Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble and on the blogger thingy has a post archive of everything that I do, plus on Patreon for extra support if you can, and updates and tweets here and there on the X platform, Twitter X platform. Later today, we will have, Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden episode. I've been managing to chug along and manage to record, and so far so good in terms of scheduling of the gaming series. And yesterday, I did manage to stream a little bit more of Elden Ring. It is, of course, on the live tab. Again, I apologize in advance, mainly because I did a lot of testing on the stream, like the first almost half hour, because I changed the setup. As you can see here on the preview, I am just basically capturing the gameplay instead of doing the frames and the such and putting the chat there at the moment. I think it's the most suitable way of going about the situation at this moment in time. Mainly because, of course, I'm doing the live stream in 4K 60 frames, plus recording the stream at 4K 60 frames also. The stream itself it might seem a little bit compressed in certain areas, usually dark areas, because I basically had to put the workload of the stream on the CPU, so it's basically doing the workload on software in terms of encoding. It's not hardware encoded, so I don't get the same situation that I got from the previous live streams, which was basically like codec errors, and then the game crashes because it doesn't. The hardware encoding itself from the GPU cannot work all that workload of streaming and recording in AV1. 4K, all that jazz. It's too much for the codec itself. Again, eventually, maybe in the future, I might be able to get along and get or a laptop or like a mini PC, something like that, that can handle just putting stream it with AV1 codec, something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. But for now, I kind of satisfied with the situation. So the live stream might be it's rare, from what I understand. I still need to analyze better on certain situations, but it seems that the quality stream itself is pretty decent for 4K 60 frames. But the VOD episodes, so basically everything edited out from the breaks and the beginning and the end of the stream, will be live a few days after. I already managed to upload the second stream that I did from Elden Ring. Should be between today and tomorrow. And today I might be able to edit out from the third episode, edit everything, and then upload on YouTube. Again, it's 3+ hours recording, so it takes a lot of time to process. But yeah, everything seems to be okay. Again, I cannot compromise. Cannot make a compromise. I can make a compromise. Sorry, I cannot. At this moment in time, make a commitment regarding a fixed live stream schedule at this moment in time, but I will focus my efforts on making myself available during the weekend. Again, in terms of the hours of the day, it's more about after dinner on my local time, which is Gulf Middle Eastern time. So I think it's GMT +4 kind of a thing there. So you have to do the math for your own time zone. But yeah, I will try Saturday and Sunday to do that live stream. And if I manage to get in the middle of the week, I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that, to make myself available to do a live stream there. I don't know. We will have to see. I will have to try to do that. But regardless, I always advise you to follow me on Twitter, because at this moment in time, when I live stream, I just when I have the availability, I just jump into it and I just tweet out that I'm basically doing the live stream there, so you can then follow up on YouTube's. I think regarding like major updates, there is nothing to do. It's everything. It seems to be on schedule there. Regarding live streams, again, I will try to mix and match with Death Stranding. It might be a little bit difficult because Elden Ring is quite addicting. A lot of stuff. I'm still exploring a lot of stuff. I think I'm still in the very beginning. I just went after the beginning of the game. Just went straight to south because supposedly I have to go to Stormvale Castle. So I went the other way around. So I'm at this moment in time exploring the Weeping Peninsula. So it's where I am at the moment. So it will take a lot of episodes here to get along and I don't know, maybe unlock the full map of Elden Ring. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I will try to, in the meantime, doing some Death Stranding also to mix and match here because I really enjoyed this game. But yeah, basically this is it regarding the channel. Let's go to the news. Got some interesting deals. Supposedly on Micro Center, so only US and in-store only. 7800 X3D CPU bundle with B650 motherboard and 32 gigabytes of DDR5. The memory itself, I think it's it's a 6000, so at this moment in time it's the sweet spot. And the motherboard itself is Gigabyte XAX. Again, I'm not sure the motherboard itself, but it seems a pretty good one. Similarly, this is a V2. Usually Gigabyte, how they put their naming schemes, usually V2 is like an improved version from what I understand. And yeah, the Gigabyte G-Skill Flare X5 32 GB. G-Skill memory is always good. I never saw any kind of issues with that. But yeah, this is an excellent combo if you have the budget to do so. It's how much? $450 this bundle, which is an excellent deal. It's around $200 give or take in terms of savings. The most expensive thing here is the CPU, of course. That's why you have the bundle if you buy the CPU. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal, but then again, it depends a lot on the budget. With this same money, you can buy a lot of stuff. Even with AM4 platform, for example, you can buy a lot of stuff. You can buy the CPU, you can buy a decent CPU for gaming, like even a 5800 X3D plus the motherboard and the memory, and you can buy also the case and the cooler. With all this price, at this price point, you can buy a lot more stuff. So it depends a lot on the budget and the situation that you are at the moment in time. If you have like an older, I think this is an excellent deal if you have older platform, AM4 or older. And if you have like a very old CPU, like 3000 from AMD, or I don't know, 7th generation Intel core there, and you see that you don't have enough, the CPU doesn't bring enough performance on your gaming. And of course, don't forget this has to be paired with an excellent GPU. So again, depends a lot on, it's very situational. But yeah, the CPU and this combo is very good in terms of value. You save $200 that can be put out to other stuff. You can increase a little bit the budget on the GPU depending. Yeah, but this is a very excellent CPU regardless. Again, always depends on your situation. There is infinite amounts of combinations of situations where people can be at. So that's why trying to pinpoint a specific situation for this is a little bit tricky. But yeah, if you are in the United States, you are close to Micro Center, and you save some money, and you're thinking about doing some upgrades there. Again, this will not substitute a GPU by any means. So if you're saving for GPU, again, I think you need to continue to save to a GPU. Because if you're saving up for a GPU, I assume that you're want to play something 4K or in that roundabout. So I think it's always preferable to save for the GPU than to just go for the CPU and the platform associated. In this case, the M5 platform, mainly because if you're the higher the resolution, the more GPU do you need. Basically, that's my overall take on this. But yeah, it's a good bundle. Got the interesting thing here: Sony Interactive Entertainment trademarks Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet in US. Again, you don't have usually we don't have anything more than this. Supposedly, some people try to search from results for this kind of IP. They didn't find anything. But yeah, it's interesting because usually, as they say, PlayStation has yet to announce any kind of game that we might associate with this, and it seems to be very rare in this day and age for the company to trademark the title of a project before its announcement. I don't know, maybe they want to get ahead of the curve here, because yeah, it's very not generic, but can be associated with a lot of stuff like sci-fi stuff, so I assume they wanted to get ahead of the curve and do this trademark here. I assume this will be a game. Interactive entertainment, I'm not sure if this division also deals with the movies and series or animation kind of a thing there, so yeah, we will have to wait and see, but at least it's bookmarked here on my drawer in my memory hole. Intergalactic Heretic Prophet. Let's see what it comes out here. But yeah. And regarding Imi news, we got we got some shade thrown to Konami from Silent Hill Dev 2 from Baldur team. Again, yeah, the trailer is, as I said, was filled. It feels a little bit weird in some areas. Not sure what. I don't know what to say with this. Again, Konami seems to have been butchering every IP that they had on their portfolio, starting, for example, with the Metal Gear Solid, the Master Collection or whatever they are called. They butchered those ports. It's completely a shit show there. Even some articles, some of the, I think even for the original one, there is a better port done. Years ago, there is available on GOG. Usually when it's out on the deal, I highlight that Metal Gear Solid port. I will be trying to maybe buy and try it out to see if it is any good in terms of how it can be played. But yeah, and also regarding that Metal Gear Solid, I covered a few days ago one of indie developer that is doing an upcoming game that seems interesting to me. I've got it wish listed on my Steam wish list, and it did some shenanigans with their own engine regarding remaster PlayStation 1 games, and they highlighted Metal Gear Solid there. Yeah, and Konami seems to be butchering the Silent Hill IP also. I think this free game, when they did the showcase on PlayStation, how did it calls oh my god, is not highlighted here. Is here, yeah. Silent Hill: The Short Message. It seems to be okay. It's like a free game. It seems to be okay, but it's not nothing that. I saw some reviews. It's okay, but when the things that it doesn't do that right, it's very in your face kind of a thing there, from what I understood. So I didn't even try it. But yeah, I was hoping that this game is good, but we will have to wait and see, because each side is telling different stories. So it's always a little bit running out of our own balance here in terms of expectations. But yeah, basically the Baldur team point comments about Konami promotion. It's basically about the promotion, because they are just basically developing the game. They don't have anything to do with the promotion and the publishing of the game, so always pay attention with these kind of things. Sometimes the fact that the game is bad doesn't mean that developers did a poor job. Sometimes it's deadlines and mandates from the publisher there. They usually have the final word regarding these kind of things, especially when they are completely different companies. Sometimes you might encounter these kind of situations. Again, the trailer again, it was okay, but felt weird in certain areas, especially the action, very janky. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Especially on the action part, seems a little bit weird. I don't know. But yeah, the fact that Bloober president Piotr Babieno, or if I'm butchering the name, basically even a good game can be made to look mediocre with a better, and vice versa, of course. But basically, he joked that this guy, the Bloober president, joked that he left some of the negative YouTube comments beneath the Silent Hill 2 trailer. So jokingly, of course, but in the most serious tone, they state that the trailer did not reflect the spirit of the game, and he basically hopes that players will have a different opinion when they actually see uncut gameplay. And then we got here some transcription from the thing, because I think Bloober is Polish, a Polish studio, if not mistaken. But yeah, quite seriously, we are not responsible for the marketing side. Our partner, which is Konami, is entirely responsible for this. This trailer certainly does not reflect the spirit of the game. This is neither the spirit of what once was, nor the spirit of what we are creating now. We try to fully reflect this ideal vision of the game that debuted 22 years ago. We think that when players see real gameplay, a real game, they will evaluate it in a completely different way. Again, that's why usually with trailers I prefer the more raw gameplay we have, the better idea we have regarding the game. But yeah, as for visual fidelity, says that players can rest assured they are using all the capabilities of Unreal Engine 5. We'll see. Again, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, basically this is it. I don't know how this is going to come out in the end. Yeah, there is still no a final release date on the Silent Hill 2 remake, but supposedly it's coming out this year. We'll have to wait and see. And finally, we got on Baldur's Gate Freefront, there is another patch incoming, patch number 6, around 21 gigabytes, which is a lot. On this patch, basically, it will include new legendary actions in honor mode. Again, I don't know if there is like the art mode, basically. Legendary actions, I don't know what this is, I never played the game, but eventually I will get into it. There is also streamlined party management, which is always good in terms of quality of life in the game itself, and then the ability to prioritize your avatar as the main speaker, so teammates won't hog the conversation and more. So basically, I assume that there is a lot of interactions on the dialogue part of there. Again, I assume depending on the choices you're trying to make, I assume some teammates might try to interrupt the dialogue and be a little bit inconvenient of the player part. But yeah, they are improving the game immensely from what I understand. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 seems to be in line to continue to be an excellent game. Again, part it is because I still have a lot of games to catch up. But yeah, I usually like to wait a little bit more time before I jump into a game out of the box, mainly because I know there's going to be patches coming out and the game can be smoothed out. Again, I don't wait 1 year on purpose. It's more now at this moment in time, got a lot of games to catch up with. As you can see, a lot of it reflects on the active gameplay series that I have at this moment in time. A lot of them are like 5 to 6 year old games that I never played, so that's why I'm doing all of this. And then eventually I will catch up and be more in line with new releases. But yeah, this is one of the reasons that I usually don't go day one playing games, because usually something happens and then your experience might get spoiled. And it is not the truly envisioned of the developers that made the game there. But yeah, grinding news, not much. Again, it's middle of the week. What can I say? I'm just going to wrap up with some gaming deals. We got Atomic Heart on Steam, 50% off. The premium edition seems to be the better one, with all the playable DLC there, with the vault stuff happening there. We got also Red Dead Redemption 2, 65% off on the Ultimate Edition. We got The Witcher Free Wild Hunt, the Complete Edition, which is the better one, 75% off. We got also Jedi Fallen Order. Again, at this price point, I really recommend. The game is quite fun, at least in the story side. I've been having some... It's minor issues regarding combat, and the thing, it's more about I think a little bit more on the level design part there. In terms of the combat, I think some bosses or elite kind of guys are too much enclosed in terms of space on the little arenas where we have to fight on. And I think the fact that we don't have invisibility frames here might get us to spoil in certain situations in the combat, especially with mobs, when you do some parrying and finishers. If the other enemy continues to fire, you get hit for sure, so there is not that invisibility frame stuff there happening there, so it might spoil a little bit. You might do a lot of combos and a lot of finishings one after the other, but if there is somebody that hits you and you get killed, it's can spoil a little bit the experience. But yeah, other than that, I've been having a good experience, and it's a shame that again, in terms of performance of the engine itself, could be a little bit more improved. And the same happens here on Jedi Survivor, at least the perception that I have. A lot of it has to do with the performance of the engine, because I think they improved a lot regarding combat and all the stuff that was not excellent on the first one. They improved a lot on the second one. But the thing is, I think it's the performance regarding the optimization of the engine itself here. But yeah, it's 50% off. Again, I think I bought only the base game, if not mistaken. I think that's the one that I bought here. So those are the caveats for these two games, but yeah. We got also Control Ultimate Edition. It's at its usual price when it goes on deal, which is $9.99, so 75% off again. I will eventually go around and start doing some Alan Wake gameplay there on my channel eventually, and then jump in. I'm waiting to see if the Alan Wake 2 gets out of exclusivity for Epic Games. I'm not sure if it will ever do, but yeah, I will have to wait in that, because they have, on the first game, they have the exclusivity still on the Enhanced Edition. But yeah, I will have to wait and see how that goes. We got Cyberpunk, and now we have also the Ultimate Edition, which is 43% off, so I think it's a decent price. And again, with all the patches that came out since the launch of the game, 4 years after, I think now it's the experience worth play. All the fixes that they did here, I think now it's an excellent time to jump in fresh. And again, I will be playing this game with all the things, and I think I will have a better experience than people had when they jump in at the first day. And lastly, we got Hades, which is an indie game kind of a thing here from Supergiant Games. Again, overwhelmingly positive reviews all over the place. This is one of those that I will be doing, at least I will be playing. Basically, it's a roguelike, hack and slash, isometric view. I think from what I've been seeing, the story itself of the game incorporates itself pretty well with the game mechanics there of the roguelike situation there. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good one, and the fact that it is 50% off, I think it just improves on the value of the deal here. And yeah, basically that's it for today, guys. I'm just going to wrap up with the plug on my Patreon for extra support. At this moment in time, the extra support will be going for storage for me to be able to get backups of stuff that I do for my private clients, and of course extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, Kunamy Master out.